welcome to Kiro Talk, and this is the breaking news Wahala segment. Now, for the news today, in Benue State, 3 boys have been arrested at a birthday party hosted by one of the boys called David. His 18-year-old birthday party, which happened in local government, Chupo, local government in Benue State. The HP community, like a vigilante group, arrested these boys. They said there were 5, but they managed to apprehend 3 of them. 3 of them happened to be arrested, and they were arrested by the HP community, and they were handed over to a comrade who owns an NGO, who was a non-government organization, a comrade known as Chris Oga. Chris Oga, they handed over to Chris Oga, the owner of Do Care Foundation NGO, and they said that Chris Oga took them over and handed them over to the police station, and that is just the story for this thing. And I want to quote what Chris Oga said when he handed them over to the police station, because it's very, very important for this story. Chris said, we use this medium to appeal to parents to take care of their children, and to the society. If you see something, say something. We are on a mission to cleanse Otukpo, and that cleansing is a must. We are on a mission, I repeat again, to cleanse Otukpo, and that cleansing is a must. End quote what Chris Oga said. And David he said that David has some of the things I also said. He said David confessed that he has been practicing this for a very long time, and also he has also been going from local government to local government to catch fun too and to have fun. I'm sure some of you will be seeing as we're talking. You see the video, the picture evidence of this story. So we'd just like to talk about this as usual. I know we give our opinions, or Q talk our candid opinion. My name is Marvelous Achafu Kelechi, and I'm joined by Henry, Chimereze Henry, all the way from our Toronto studios in Canada. Welcome, Chimereze, as usual. Thank you.
Thank you, Marvelous, for having me.
How are you feeling?
I am better. I'm better today, to be honest. I'm good. Like my cold is gone, and thank God I didn't catch the COVID.
Thank God that you're feeling good now. So another sad day, another sad story. Is there anything I forgot in this story that you would like to add?
Just a disclaimer, this is not a breaking news. This news is old, but we found, or we see the necessity of why we should treat this topic and treat this story in its own delicacy, so we all can learn and also know how to conduct ourselves in situations like this. Just a disclaimer.
Oh, that's good. That's a good disclaimer. And whether you like it or not, stories like this, when I saw this story, I've never seen it before. When I came across it, I said it is so terrible that then we've not had breaking news. But even stories like this, we'll be visiting them a lot of times on breaking news Wahala segment, just to give our candid opinion. So just going first, I would like to go first on this one. I was angered in my spirit because it shows that for a comrade or for someone who owns an NGO, a non-government organization, I feel like non-government organizations should be created. First of all, why are they created? They are created to tackle an issue in the society, an issue where there are lapses in the society. The NGOs are meant to fill up those lapses and help the community. NGOs are created maybe for humanitarian services, maybe there's a war or there's an insurgency going on, because I know Benue State has that going on. Fulani herdsmen is terrorizing that state. The state is almost like a desolate area, an area where the bandits kill people. In Agatu alone, over 800 people were killed in a single day. Over 800 people. You can go and find that they call it the Agatu massacre that happened in Benue State. And these are the reasons why NGOs are needed. Not in an NGO coming to a birthday party to bust people that, quote and unquote, consensual adults. Yes, people might want to come against me and say, oh, there's a place in the law that says that 2 people like that should not have carnal knowledge of each other. It's against having gay sex. Yes, you might come at me at that. Whether you like it or not, you're somebody that you are meant to be an NGO. NGO tackle things that are important first. Things that are important. As far as I'm concerned, I will know on this show, it's no news now, that we feel like the LGBTQI rights should be priority. We feel like the same-sex law is an outdated law and an inhuman law. And for laws, we're in animal nations, it should not be in a nation like ours. Our nation will continue to fight till LGBTQI rights are legalized, but we'll still stay in the same field. You an NGO worker, Chris Oga, he should be ashamed of himself in a state where there are very important things, and you come and say cleansing is a must. Have you finished cleansing the Fulani herdsmen in your state, killing your people for fun, killing people for fun? Whether we like it or not, these people are not the cause of the problems. There are bigger problems in Benue State. The insurgency is a problem. Poverty is a problem. Toilet is in a state where in the highest in Nigeria, It's one of the states that practice open defecation. People shit on the open. They shit like animals on the open, like goats, like ram. And it's this Chris Oga did not find a necessity to be providing toilets for them. So people can stop pooping and defecating in the open. You don't find it as a necessity. But what you are going after is looking for the same-sex people to expose them and say you call it cleansing. That is not cleansing. That is just you being jobless. And I'll call out the HB community and Chris Oga that they are both failed in their responsibility. Timmy, moving on to Ichimeze, what would you like to say about this? Your opinions on this?
To be honest, Marvelous, you said everything in my mind, but at the same time, I'm like, first and foremost, what is the Privacy Act in Nigeria? I do not know the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but I'm pretty sure that there should be a section concerning invasion of privacy, because I feel first and foremost, the privacy of these young adults were invaded. They were having a party on their own, and they weren't caught red-handed, even though it says they were caught red-handed. There was no evidence detailing if they were caught red-handed in the acts, because it was a birthday party, and they had 7 people. So if it was a birthday party with 7 other people, that's like an orgy, right? And they say 2 other people escaped. The first thing is their invasion of privacy is one reason of concern. Secondly, when they caught them and they handed them over to Chris and to the police, what is the fate of these boys? Were they given an attorney to defend their case, or were they just left to the what's the word? The raw hand of the police? We know how the police treat LGBTQ people in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We know what the fate is once they are thrown into the station. Once a gay person is caught, they are treated like criminals. They're thrown into the cells with other people who have committed murder and other deadly crimes, and sometimes they are even forgotten. Their family members have to dig through lifeless bodies to look for their bodies. This is not the first time we're having such story. This is not the first time such incidents are happening. So we as Nigerians, we already know that once we hand homosexuals to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to the authorities, we know that they don't come out alive. We know the torture they go through. As human beings and as a founder of an NGO, I feel that Chris should be a learned person with a bit of an IQ, to say, for him to know all these consequences, and handing an 18-year-old to such torture shows you the kind of people who we elect into public offices. This is another cause for concern. Who are we electing as leaders? What are their ideologies as these leaders? When they come for these positions to start NGO, does anyhow, any nobody from nowhere with no degree, with no sense, with no accountability, just wake up one morning and say, I want to start an NGO, go to authorities, get licenses and start NGO? What are the protocols for starting and handing and raising an NGO in the Federal Republic of Nigeria? These are all the questions that come out from this situation, because now we can testify to the personality of this Chris, and we also totally can see his low performance in administration, his low performance in IQ, and his low performance in public relations. So at the end of the whole day, like I've said it over and over, we still need to go back to having an NGO that stands for the LGBTQ community, an NGO that will be there when cases like this happen. What happens?
That's what is even surprising me. Like when cases like this happen, if another NGO is handing over them to the police, we should have an LGBTQI NGO that immediately picks up the case and says no, and counters the Don't Care Foundation. They should have had
this is our member, this is our jurisdiction, this is our territory. We want this case to be handled.
And I'm sure if it was money, money-wise, their NGOs in Nigeria would not call out names, but they will be able to. They would swallow Don't Care Foundation in a case. They'll be able to defend the rights of this.
But please let's call out the names of these NGOs so that people can know that they are LGBTQ NGOs in Nigeria. For me myself, even having a personal relationship with you, I only know a few of the NGOs, the ones you've told me. Like honestly, I never knew there were NGOs even in Nigeria.
What they are busy looking for, they are looking for reactives. Only a few. They are busy looking for HIV.
Name these NGOs. JP Crime Fighter, I've asked you to name them. I've asked you to name them. Name these NGOs so that we know who these NGOs are.
Jack, don't worry. One day I will do this. This thing is a long battle. So when it's
It is
something
either
that
you
is
are
very, very
covering
new.
up for an NGO, to be sincere with you, my
I am
friend,
not
man.
covering up. I am not covering up for
Or
any NGO.
or
But I do not want
you
to start. See, one thing about the comments is that, see, can I just say this? Whether we like it
yes.
or not, they are not. I tell people there are flaws in every NGO. In every NGO, if I
That
call
we
them
know.
out,
We are humans. We are
there are
humans, and
flaws in every
humans are
NGO.
bound to
But
have
I
errors.
would
Yeah.
want, see, it is easy for people to come. And when I call the NGOs, I call them out. Oh, NGO this, NGO that, come and do your work, come and do this. It's easy for people to pick it. And then whether you like it or not, they are fans, they have more fan base, they have more money. They will now use it to start attacking you. And before you know it, people are easily being watched. We saw what happened in the case of JP Crime Fighter. We see what people can do. We see what community members can do. When community members come and then they ride on something, they want to see your end and see your failure. And rather
I
not
feel
call them
like
out.
if you're fighting, for me personally, I feel if you're
Chimerezi,
fighting
I
a
want
good battle,
no, I want community members. No,
I fight the
Chimerezi,
good battle to the very end.
whether we like it or not, you need to leave people. Community members need to be the ones to call these NGOs outside and say that they are fed up. Then you now begin to run their stories and give them a platform and efforts.
Please,
But if
community
someone comes,
members, as you can hear,
yeah,
Marvelous is saying you people should
call
come
them
and
with your name. Call
please
them
tell me
out.
this NGO. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not afraid of any NGO. I will call them by their name. If they are not working, you people say they are not working, I will call them, they are not working. So let us know so that they can be called by their sponsors and their sponsors will ask them to give an accountability. And that's one thing about Q Talks, which I love. I love that in Q Talk we are very transparent with the general public. If we receive 1 naira, everybody will know this is how much we've received it, where it is going to, because we have a system of transparency, and that should be the same for every non-governmental NGO. So that even in Canada, the non-governmental NGO, even including the churches, will have to do a tax return and a tax donation of all the money, all the activities they've been doing, and then submit a whole file to the government, so the government know that they are an organization, not an occult, because that's how the occultic run. The occultic run with nobody, no knowledge, nothing. So for you to be a non-governmental NGO, you need to be transparent with the general public, and there should be a publishing act of transaction done in those organizations. That is why I say I don't know the law in the Federal Republic of Nigeria concerning privacy and concerning non-governmental organization. These laws should be made known to the general public to an extent. I feel it is our civic duties to know our constitution. And sorry, I'm not part of Nigeria, so I don't know the constitution of Nigeria, but I will try to know the constitution of where I live, which is Canada, and know what the law and what the constitution says concerning this situation. So just to enlighten the general public, so we know how to handle cases like this. In such a case, I don't know, what could David do if you were in the shoes of David? What do you think David could do in this situation? Marvelous.
For me, I feel like David should get these days, and the LGBTQI community members, they are helpless. So they need to even, most cases that happen these days.
Please, my community members are not helpless. We have help from certain places if we choose to be helpful to ourselves. Continue.
Okay. They are okay. My dear, to be honest, I will still say that they are helpless, please. I don't know. I don't know why. I know I'm not supposed to laugh about this, but I'm going to say that they are helpless. Because most NGOs...
No, we're not laughing about the situation. We're laughing about...
It's not about the situation. It's just about the helplessness. Because whether we like it or not, we have NGOs these days. So many NGOs that I see, they will say I'm PL, Kiniko, NL, ML, HA, Kiniko, FW, FZ. It's good. It's actually good, at least. They say the more the merrier. But when it's more and it's just for making profit, making money, all you're about is the money, and we see less development in the lives of LGBTI community members. For one example that I would say that there are so many NGOs in Nigeria, and yet the HIV rate is going so high among the LGBTQI community members that is becoming a pandemic, or if not an epidemic. Let's take, for example, Benue State. Benue State is, according to Nigerian records, the official Nigerian record, the state with the highest number of HIV persons in Nigeria. The last
infected persons.
Infected persons. Yeah, infected recorded persons, according to the official Nigerian record. So I know that some NGOs still have those records, but I think NGOs now, they join their records with the government. I don't know, but I think that starts in working now, that they joined in with the Ministry of Health in Nigeria. So I'm sure that was very, very accurate. That was something that has to be very accurate. And imagine what we are going into. And there are many NGOs in Nigeria, they've not been able to curb the spread. They've not been
Can
able
I
to
just
reduce
ask you
it.
a question at this juncture?
Yeah.
Is the part of the NGO's duty to hand over criminals to the police, to the authority? Is that part of their primary duties?
It's not part of their primary duties. I'm sure this NGO is not an LGBTQI NGO. It's just an NGO that somebody just woke up overnight and decided to use it for cleansing. Let's quote his words. He said cleansing. He said cleansing. He said Otupo. Cleansing Otupo is a must, and Otupo
So
must
this
be
is a
cleansed.
targeted NGO against LGBTQ folks.
Yes, I'm sure LGBTQ. Yeah, LGBTQ, as we know of now. I don't know what they stand for. I don't even know what they are, but I just know that they are dope here, and it's being won by comrade Chris Oga. A comrade that should be, it should be. I don't know. I see things like this really upset me, because when I see it, I say we have so much potential. We have a lot of strong people in this community. We have a lot of people that are willing to invest. We have a lot of people that have money. They are money bags in this community. But putting the money where they are not, so putting
Obviously,
the money
they
in the
are
right place,
not willing
they
to
will not.
contribute, because if they
They
were
are not willing
willing
to
to
contribute.
contribute, if they were willing to contribute, they will see the right people, they will see the right
The
places,
right
they will see the
system.
right sources
They
to
would not.
contribute.
Some would even want you to even end up failing. I know many of NGO workers that they would want us to end up failing. I know some of them with even an NGO that I will say.
See, I don't like the fact you don't like telling me the names of this NGO, because I'll be calling them out.
I don't want to see, my dear, until somebody comes out and until community members start coming out and calling those NGOs out by themselves. I would not want a story on it. Somebody wants me to be the eye of the controversy. I would not. I learned during the JP Crime Fighter stage that if you call out, that's why I'm happy that Zamani did the job of opening that case. Somebody called out the person, Zamani. All we did was just bring out more people to expose JP Crime Fighter and show that his methods are not right. That's the same way the community members need to do. Somebody has to come and lay complaints against the NGO and say, this NGO did this to me, that did this A and B, and I will bring the NGO and come on board and we'll give our own candid opinion.
Please,
with
viewers,
the person.
if you know an NGO that is not doing their job, that you know that they have sworn an affidavit to do a humanitarian job in the community and in Nigeria, please comment their names, tag them to this video so that they can see that this is high time people start working. I've said it before and I commented it on one of our activist page, Matthew Bliss. I was like, this is time for us to start acting. We've talk. It is time for action. Continue,
That's the thing. It's time for action. And the painful thing is that those that even want to do this action, they do not have the money. They do not have. I feel like the LGBTQI community.
I kind of feel that our first response should not be we don't have the money, because before even the NSAS happened, they did not have fun to do NSAS. But the people saw the anger in the NSAS.
Yeah, but there was money that was spent. People were being fed.
Yes, money was generated.
So
money was generated during, not before.
Chimezi, if we call for a generation now, which we will do very soon, hopefully we're making it to, that's why we keep on enlightening people that when we call for it, people would have to. So people should please turn up. Those that watch us should please turn up for us. But if we call for it,
the only point I'm trying to stress here, sorry for cutting short. The only point I'm trying to stress here is that we should stop looking at money as the primary thing to start anything we are doing. Money should be the secondary or if we were looking for money to start QE Talks, you and I know will not have started QE Talks a long time. We'll still have been waiting for the perfect time for when the money comes in, right? But we started without no money. We started from somewhere. So I feel that even in situations like this, we don't have to wait for money. We can start from somewhere. We can start from talking. Our voices are free. You don't need money to speak. People sell us stories. Why will you sell stories? Come out and tell your story.
My dear, they sold even the things that they sold me. I need to even talk about that in a thorough episode, because the painful things I even paid for stories and I never got them. And I was trying to judge, but the person was saying, oh, I will fund you later. And I even threatened the person, I would make you a breaking news on my episode. But I don't know, something just, a majority just said, Marvelous, you don't need it, just leave it. Say it's just gone. It's just one of those things that you can come out in the future and say that somebody, a community member did you this, and you just let it slide. And you just feel like this community, this person is just being foolish. In the future, once God opens that person's eyes, and maybe in the future, a person will realize what the person did wrong and will be willing to even donate, might even become one of our greatest benefactor in future. I just left the person, I let your conscience judge, because it's for me. But for other community members, for some atrocity, if it was a bigger crime, I would not let conscience judge, I will call you out. Because I tell community members that they should start calling people out and they should start speaking up. But it's just painful that people will not even say anything to us. People will even tell me some stories. And also speak about this, be like, no, I don't want to say anything about it. I remember doing the JP Crime Fighter time too. People called us different names. And they're saying, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, we're looking for clout, we're looking for fame, and we said, do you know, we are almost like we're 800 plus when we did JP Crime Fighter story. And even when the JP Crime Fighter story, when we did the last episode, we were just at 900 plus. Meaning we gained just like less than 100, or maybe just maybe highest 100, but less than 100. And you're saying we're doing it for clout. With clout, does it being monitored our accounts? It's not as if we're even having we're not being monetized during all those time of JP Crime Fighter. So we're basically not making any money. So, but that's how community members they think. They still think in a very, very, sometimes just a very bad, I think the word is just bad doing. So let's not go on and rant and make the entire episode too long. Chimere, your final words in just 1 minute. And before I give mine, and we'll just end this.
To be honest, we are the dooms of our own self. We are the killers of our own self. We are the ketos of our own self because we fail to put trust, we fail to invest in where it's important, we fail to speak up, and we silently watch them do these things to our community. And we keep on doing it by our silence. That's my final word.
My final word is that community members should learn to ask for accountability. Whether I like it or not, in every platform, you have the right to ask for accountability. There are many people, you can check our YouTube channels, you can see people that have called us out and engaged us that, oh, you guys are telling wrong stories, you guys are doing this, and we engage them back because we're accountable. We can easily just have trashed the comments and said, please, you are deleted. Do you put money in our accounts or do you pay for our data? And be deleting any comment that doesn't favor us. But we engage them to show that the community members, they have a right to ask for accountability. They have a right to be heard. They have a right to ask for things. They have a right to comment and be engaged. So imagine people that are collecting money on behalf of you guys. They have a right to defend you guys. They have a right to go all out for you guys, no matter how much it is, no matter what it costs. They have a right because whether they like it or not, they are donors. They are people that sponsor them. And they sponsor you to defend LGBTQI community members. We can go on and on. We have called that NGOs, we have called that NGOs, and like I said, they will not even listen to us. Some of us feel that we are the enemy. But it's time for community members to stand by the truth and stand by this. NGOs, quote unquote, you guys are collecting money for this. Why is it that I come to your facility and you don't have condoms? Why do I come to your facility? I don't have loops. But you guys collect budget for this. But you guys collect money for this. Why do I come to your facility and I can't get defended? Why do I come and I can't get justice? There are keto cases upon keto cases every day. People are arresting people. People just looking at LGBTI community are using them as scapegoats, arresting them. Imagine a Dole Care Foundation like Chris Oga just wanted to make a news and gain popularity. And it felt like LGBTI community members arrested by getting women. What is women? Getting them arrested and guess what? He did it, and he went through with it. Where we have lawyers like LGBTI community members, we have gay lawyers, we have lesbian lawyers, we have LGBTI community members, we have NGOs that are supposed to be defending these people, but yet you all kept silent. Whether those boys are still in the prison now, we do not know. For how many months? I think 4 months or so. Maybe they might still be in prison, just rotting there in prison. And yet we have people that will come tomorrow and stand and collect awards and say, oh, we are LGBTI community member, we are fighting for the community. Yes, we know you are fighting, you've done some good things, you've done fantastic things, but like what they always say, is the right of every man is diminished when the rights of one man is threatened, and the rights of these boys have been threatened. So whether you like it or not, the rights of all of us has been diminished. And that's our offering for Kiwi Talk for this episode. Don't forget to join us for next episode, Breaking News Wahala. Please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe now, please. And to next week episode, see you guys later. Peace out.